Alright, good morning. Or at least, good morning from Wyoming. It might not be morning where you are. This is hitchhiking. America Day 28. Almost 1 month into this little endeavor. I'm having my breakfast. Just thought I'd start the stream now. And then we're walking to the highway and hitchhiking east. So we get to use that east sign again. So, weather looks really nice today. The sun's out. It's a little cold right now, that's why I'm wearing. Yes, I think it's like 7 degrees Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But have my snack. I think it's like 2 kilometers to the highway. And it looks like the only like easy food along the way is a McDonald's. So we gotta go to Dirty Don's and get something with a bit more substance. Snickers are one thing, but I'll probably have to get a breakfast sandwich or something like that. Oh well. This is earlier than I usually start. Because usually I like figure things out logistically before I start. But I kind of just got up and started. Live thumbs, sub emote. Morning everyone. Morning Orgic. Morning MVK. It's a beautiful but slightly chilly morning here. Hello and good morning, Led Zeppelin. So I think that's what it says. I missed the first letter, unless it's different. Today will be another day of hitchhiking. If you missed it yesterday, or if you saw it yesterday and you wanted more, that's what you'll get today. Initially I was thinking I was going to head north, and then east into South Dakota. I think I'm just going to go right east into Arkansas. So, we'll be in a new state today. We're like in the southeastern part of Wyoming, so we're pretty close to, well, still Colorado and also Arkansas. Maybe I'll be in Omaha by the end of the day. Who knows? Hey, multi-grain pasta. It should be a good day. I have high hopes for today. Yesterday was awesome. Today should be good, just as good. Thanks for the bits. South is nice. We will be heading south after we go east. Well, thank you. Yes. Snickers Extreme is the breakfast of champions. It's really good for you. It's not just part of a balanced breakfast, it is the balanced breakfast. Apesman. with the 100 bits. Appreciate it, my friend. What a great start today. It's gonna be a good one. We'll be in Arkansas. We weren't in Wyoming long, but we're never anywhere very long. Just kind of go. So. I ate half of it. I'm gonna save the other half for once I walk a little bit. But we'll get going. Alright, I'm packed, ready to go. A little chilly. Alright, let's go. Oh. Except for this. This is one of my batteries and it actually has a solar panel on it, and I'm just thinking of a way to mount it so I can get sun while I'm walking. I'm guessing it's a pretty inefficient solar panel, but I'll take what I can get. to say. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but forgive me. Yeah, we made it to Wyoming yesterday evening. I got here at night and then just went right to bed. But we're in Wyoming. We won't be here for very long, but I had to figure out how to get out of here actually. Just tuned in. What's the plan? The plan is walk back out to the highway. Along the way, the only place I saw that has like any kind of cheap food is a McDonald's. So we gotta go to Dirty Don's, get some McDonald's. Just as something substantial. Where I sleep, I don't really advertise where I sleep, but it was nearby. Dirty Don sounds good. Alright, I just need to look at a map one sec. That's why I'm stopped and doing nothing. Can you guys hear the wind noise? I have the dead cat off. I still have the microphone plugged in, but the dead cat is off. Do you hear like a whoosh in your ear? Okay. Straight this way. You hear it? Alright, I'll put the dead cat back on. Wind noise is bad. See if I can get it without taking my whole backpack off. Might be loud for one sec as I put this on. It's not too bad. It's still kind of annoying. Should help with the wind. Sleep behind the green screen of course. Yeah, this is all scripted. This is all filmed in a studio. It's just one elaborate ruse. Yeah, wind is bad. Alright, hopefully it's better. But yes, we will be hitchhiking today. We just can't hitchhike right here. We're in a town, like actually a city. It's like a city of 30,000 people. But look, dirt roads. Dirt roads. That's how you know you're in a good part of town. Strange. Yeah, poor kitty. Just throw it on top of my microphone. Tell it to block all that wind noise. Sounds very good now. Alright, that's what I like to hear. This reminds of Pokemon Go days. Instead of catching Pokemon, I'm catching rides in planes, trains, and automobiles. No trains actually yet. Well, actually, we took the commuter mass transit kind of train in Denver. I was a train. It was just a inner city train. That counts, right? This is so strange. Dirt roads. Like, it's paved here, but up there it's dirt again, down there it's dirt again. I've never seen this in my life. Well, like, in a city of 30,000 and we're like in the city. Like, we're next to a school here. And it's paved right next to the school, but go 50 meters in either direction, it's dirt again. And the guys that did drive me yesterday, they told me it's windy here all the time, and sure enough, it's windy. Umadoa. Good morning. It is very nice. A bit of a breeze. You know what that breeze does? Makes it so my phone doesn't overheat, which we've had problems with. Well, we had big problems with yesterday. Hello, Makawaka. That's a fun name. That's a fun name. TARDIS Chef mentioned me, so you thought you'd check it out? Well, thank you, TARDIS Chef, for the mention. And welcome to Hitch Live, where we hitchhike sometimes, but most of the time we walk, or eat, or sleep. But I don't stream the sleeping part. But I stream the walking and the eating part. But I promise we do hitchhike. Makawaka. It's probably the funnest name to say that I've seen. Makawaka. Makawaka. Final destination. I don't have one in particular. I've told everyone since the start of the trip, I'm gonna keep going until I either no longer enjoy it or I run out of money. With the support I'm getting from the channel, I seem to be like breaking even on the money front, so there's no need for me to run out of money. It would just be I can keep going until I no longer enjoy it. The loose goal for Hitchhiking America itself is to hitchhike through every single state that hasn't banned hitchhiking, which is all but 5 states. Utah, Nevada, Idaho, Delaware, and New Jersey. Hey puppy, how's Wyoming? Is it cold? I think ambient air temperature, sorry I don't know if Fahrenheit, it's like 8 degrees or something, which is fine, but there's a decent breeze. I was told it's always windy here in this town, so it's not surprising. Go to Alaska eventually, although cell reception will be a problem there. Like, I've been to far north places. I've been to the Northwest Territories and Yukon. I hitchhiked there last winter, so I've been in cold places hitchhiking. So the cold isn't a problem, but if I want to live stream it, that would be a problem. Minga too. Thanks for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome. We haven't been affiliated for very long, so we haven't established a bunch of perks for subscribers. We'll add more and more things, but we do have the subscriber emote. Hitch L, Hitch Knickers. Fire department. Those states suck anyway. Oh, I would have liked to go through Vegas. But yeah. I think every state has something to offer if you really get down to it. I don't think any one state is just 100% boring or 100% whatever. There's always some variety there. Delaware and New Jersey suck. I still want to go there, but I just can't hitchhike there. Where's the easiest place to hitch? You know, once I got into the highway network, I think the fastest hitchhiking I've ever done in my life was in Japan. I think they were just so curious. What is this guy doing here? Where is he going? Where is he from? Because I don't look like I obviously don't look like I'm from the area, so now I'm from somewhere else. But usually within like 5 to 10 cars of passing, if I was at a service station on the highway in Japan, someone would pick me up. But getting onto the highway network, I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's just not the easiest hitchhike in the world. I think hitchhiking in rural Ireland was super easy. The hitchhiking spots weren't that good because the roads are really narrow and there's no shoulder really. but people had no problem picking you up. Like, I just hopped from town to town all day and had a great time. They suck because they banned hitchhiking. Yeah, that would be my opinion. Like, if there's any reason why they suck, it's because they banned the thing I like to do. This must be the right road. What's your time frame coming through Texas? If you ask a time frame with me and hitchhiking, it's gonna be the broadest time frame ever. Could be there in a week. I'm guessing I'll be there in like 2 weeks or something like that. But I don't have it really planned. Oh, I'll probably be there in less than 2 weeks. I move pretty quick, and I think I'm heading like east through Arkansas, Omaha, then start heading south from there. So in theory I could be there in a week. If anything, calculate your daily steps could be interesting. Like this, my phone has an automatic like step counter built in, but the thing is I'm holding it, well, as steady as I can, which might not be that steady, but I'm holding it, trying to avoid it from moving too much, which I think impedes the whole step counter thing. So no, I don't really have an accurate way of measuring my steps in a day. I could like map out how much I walked and like give distances, potentially, but no step counter. Unless you guys want to count. It's been a year hitchhiking every place in California. Yeah, I could be doing Hitchhiking America for years and you wouldn't go anywhere, or you wouldn't see everything rather. There's a whole lot to see, so like this is a whirlwind tour. I'm doing it to show people what hitchhiking's like, from my point of view. Hitchhiking's what you make of it. Snickers time? I already ate half my Snickers. You just missed out. You guys gotta get here quicker if you want to see me eat Snickers. I had half my Snickers Extreme Bar, saving the other half for a little later. That was my morning pick-me-up. I'll be stopping by Dirty Don's, getting like a breakfast sandwich or something, and then that's really close to the interstate, heading east, so I'll hitchhike. The guy that went to the hospital, he was fine. When we were like already outside of town, they got a text and said that he'd be done in 45 minutes, but just told us to keep going. So we kept going. Side by side. Ever hitchhike in Spain? No, I decided to skip Spain on my Europe trip in 2015. Did a lot of Europe, but not Spain on that trip. I have heard hitchhiking is difficult in Spain, like through HitchWiki and stuff. There's a whole hitchhiking Wikipedia for those of you that don't know. People have said it's a more difficult country to hitchhike through. Europe in general is pretty easy and pretty fun. But I heard Spain and Italy are on the difficult side. Didn't you hitchhike in Germany? Yeah, I definitely hitchhiked through Germany. North and south and east. And west. Yeah, I went all around Germany. Waka waka. Thanks for the 10 bits. Thank you. There's no, yeah, it's probably 10. Where do you sleep each night? In my tent. I have a one-man tent. So last night I was in my tent.
but I don't really advertise exactly where I sleep. Yeah. I sleep in a tent. We can count your step. Here we go. Morning, Frank. You ever do fun things in between rides? Well, I find the whole process of hitchhiking fun. It really depends what you call fun. But when I'm traveling, I'm quite often just traveling. Like I don't sleep in my tent every night. I've paid for accommodation 5 nights so far. I think it's been 5, or has it been 6? So in 28 days, I've paid for 5 nights where I've gotten to sleep inside and have a shower and stuff like that, which is more than I usually do. On most trips, I do everything possible to avoid spending anything on accommodation. It's expensive, especially in the US. There's no like hostel network that's like affordable. I think in a place like this, there's not going to be a hostel. So you have to get like cheap motel rooms, which are usually at the cheapest $50. Depends where you are. I think I saw one for 45 here. But that's expensive. And I'm Canadian, so anything in US dollars I have to add 25%, and that's my cost. The pics from yesterday to Instagram, yeah, I will. I should have actually done that already, but I haven't. Maybe I'll do that while I'm in McDonald's, grabbing my actual breakfast. Are you gonna try and hitchhike on a plane? Not today. I was near an airport here, but it was a regional airport, like and it has like, you know, what do they call it? TSA and everything like that. So there might be a section that's just like hobby flyers, but it's like a proper bigger airport. Like it's a small airport, but it's like a proper airport. It's not just a hobby flying airport. So I look for municipal airports. So I won't be trying to, at least we won't be trying to hitch a plane from here. Maybe we end up in a place that looks good for it, we might. Which town have you visited in Germany? I came through Denmark into Germany. So I went through Hamburg, and then I started going west towards Netherlands. And then I kind of went through like Western Europe, not in Germany. But I came back up into Germany, into Munich. Was there for a while. And then went up through, God, my memory. Anyway, I went to Berlin. And then northeast into Poland. So I kind of did a little bit around. It's good for hitchhiking. Hey, Vapors Gaming. And she's Martin. G'day morning. No, you're doing it wrong. It's good morning, eh? The A goes on the end. I can tell you're not Canadian. Damn Norwegians. Not knowing how to use A correctly. Greetings from Lower Saxony / Germany. Cool. I like it. I think it's really cool that I can just be walking, hitchhiking through this random town in Wyoming, and people from all around the world can just watch that live as it happens and talk to me, and I can talk back to you. So, thanks for tuning in. When are you gonna go south? I think I'm going east to Omaha, and then I'm heading south. Have you looked at Airbnb? Yeah, I've never really gotten into the Airbnb thing. People have told me it can be a good, cheaper way of going. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Rent a room rather than have a whole private place. That makes sense. Berlin's a pretty busy town, but interesting. I've seen more of Germany than you have, and you're from there. But with that said, when I go through places quickly. Like I'm in a place for a day, maybe 2 days. I happened to stay in Munich for like 10 days because I was waiting for my Russian visa. But for the most part, I move quickly. And like, you know, it's a live stream. Yeah. So like I've been to a lot of places, but I wasn't there for very long. I can't give a very accurate review. I can give you like my opinion based on a glimpse of that place, but I'll have to check out Airbnb. How was Russia? Russia was, like, the hitchhiking was easy, the people were friendly, what was difficult was communicating. I don't speak Russian and they don't speak English, so there's a language barrier. So yeah, it took me like 3 weeks to hitchhike across from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok, and like Moscow was cool. It was cool to see Central Russia and stuff like that, but like I spent most of my time just kind of sitting quietly next to someone driving me. McDonald's Poggers? Is it Poggers? It's the only fast food joint in this area.
We'll drive like 6 hours, 6, 7 hours to go fishing.
We're on eyeball. Eyeball doesn't want to focus.
So we've got the sausage is like
What do you got going on there? YouTube or something? What's going on?
It's a live stream on Twitch TV. Yeah, so there's 50 people watching. I'm from Canada, I hitchhiked here, and then I'm just continuing.
Around town.
Run around the United States of America. All states. Yeah. So I just got here from Colorado yesterday.
Oh, I just got here from Colorado too.
Oh yeah?
This morning, yeah.
Are you from Colorado? Or?
Yeah.
What are you here for?
Go fishing.
Oh, you come fishing?
Yeah.
Nice. Good fishing up here?
Yeah.
I'm from the west coast of Canada. We do a lot of fishing over there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I go salmon fishing every year, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll be fishing for trout today.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. So how long are you going to be? How long is this whole process?
This is day 28. The longest I'm allowed to stay here is 180 days, based on because I'm Canadian, so I'm not American. I just want to see if I can hitchhike through every state where it's not illegal.
Okay.
It's illegal in 5 states, but the rest are fine.
Okay. What 5 states are illegal?
Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Delaware, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got sponsors, man?
I guess you could call the people watching my sponsors.
So do people fund you? You got like a GoFundMe? So you can
They'll donate. They'll donate, subscribe, which is monetary. So I break even at least.
Nice.
Yeah. So I can do this indefinitely.
Yeah.
This is day 28.
Day 28. Where'd you start at?
Northern Washington State, Port Angeles.
We're at 67. So I think you're going down. You're making your way to the East Coast, huh?
Eventually, yeah, I went Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado,
So you're
Wyoming,
going down and then going up.
and I'll be going back down. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You didn't charge me. Right. You remember this? Thank you very much. I'm going to have the sausage McGriddle with egg and cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I don't know if you know.
Oh, we hit 1,500? Awesome, 1,500 followers.
But you will taste it. Actually, it's not.
I know. Brandon and I actually have like a couple huge jars.
Maka Waka, thanks for the 100 bits.
Now, so it's
Funding my McDonald's habit. Morning, Ian Chen. You have become a regular here.
going right now to sit there when he's watching TV.
Ooh, I'm gonna be greasy. I'm gonna get McGriddles. They're so bad, but they're good. Hey, good yourself?
Pretty good. What can I get for you?
Can I grab 2 bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles? That's the 2 for 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And a small coffee, 2 cream, 1 sugar.
Alright, anything else for you today?
That's everything.
Well, this paper here to go.
I'll grab it here. Thank you.
So it'll be 5:30.
Cool. You do have time. Does your... Yeah, it does. Okay. Canadian cards. We've got the...
Alright, there's your receipt. Go ahead and set this tag on your table. We'll bring it out to you as soon as it's
Perfect. Thank you. Alright, where should we sit? Ooh, there's an outlet there. Is there outlets here? You don't eat fast food? If you hitchhike, you'll probably end up eating fast food. Alright. It's not really fast food with me, that's very correct though. Alright. You just crave syrup? Kind of. I love that little syrupy taste to them. It's so bad though. Makawaka, thanks for the 50 bits too. Just all the bits. Appreciate it. You write all day with Twitch streams on? It used to be somebody's stream, now it's yours. Hey. How did I sleep? I slept really well. At the end of the day, I'm extremely tired, so I could probably lay down on a rock and be just comfortable. Show us the food? Do you really want to see it? Yeah, it's 8:43 right now. I think we'll leave here by 12:30. Should be good. Actually, speaking of which, there's an outlet right here. That's why I sat here. I'm gonna plug in.
What are you filming?
It's a live stream, so there's people watching and commenting all that. I'm from Canada and I hitchhiked here, so.
You hitchhike?
Yeah, so they get to see the whole process of hitchhiking, the people that pick me up, the process, how to find a spot, where to go.
Oh, that's a long way. Do you actually get lifts?
Yeah, I've been picked up 55 times on the trip.
Wow.
Yeah, people think no one will pick you up, but they do. I've done it in 25 countries. I've been picked up 750 times in my life.
Wow.
Never had a problem. I got a ride on an airplane actually yesterday. Walked to an airport, talked to some pilots, and got a ride from where was I? Boulder, Colorado to just a little further north. 46.
Good.
25.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
In this day and age, you're scared to get yourself killed, you know?
Oh, yeah, people always think what if, but I think at the end of the day, it's it's not nearly as dangerous as people make it out to be. And I have a few rules that I follow that keep things safer. And then these guys keep me safe too because I have to ask permission to film. Like before I get in, I say this is a live stream, is it okay, like video and audio being recorded. And if someone had any bad intentions,
Good.
probably wouldn't want that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you. I'm just switching over from battery power to wall power.
So where are you originally from?
Sorry?
Where did you start out from?
I'm from Western Canada, British Columbia, and I took the ferry to Port Angeles, Washington State, so northern Washington State. And I went Washington, Oregon, California, down the coast, and then cut east through Arizona, then through New Mexico, Colorado. I just got here last night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Have you been overseas?
Yeah, I've been all around Europe, parts of Asia, Russia, Japan, Australia, and a few places.
I'm actually from Africa. I was born in southern Rhodesia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before it became Zimbabwe.
Yeah. What brought you here?
I came over in '92 to California on a 6-month vacation.
And side stay?
I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I've traveled the country in a semi.
Oh, yeah? You're a truck driver?
Yeah.
Are you driving right now, or are you on, you got a day off?
No, I'm driving.
Oh, yeah.
Still driving.
Where are you headed to?
I'm headed to Salt Lake City.
Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Nice. Yeah, it's one of the states I can't go to with this means of transportation. It's illegal to hitchhike in Utah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck in your travels.
I'll need it. Appreciate it.
It's a big country and it's a lot of.
It is. But
Yeah,
I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times, which is the second largest country, and I've hitchhiked across Russia once, which is the largest country.
Russia.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was an interesting experience. They were very friendly.
I like the UK. I went over to the UK in 2010. I did a tour of the UK with my sister.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. I've been to the UK as well, and I loved it. I loved it there. I had a great time.
The countryside,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Did you go up to like the Lakes District in northwestern or western UK?
I went to I didn't get to go there. I went to Kettering. I went all the way through London, down through went down the Thames to Greenwich.
Yeah.
And, little, you know. But I was only there for like 2 weeks.
Me too. I only went up like the west coast. I didn't even go to London. I just went up like the coast kind of thing, and then to the Lakes District, and into Scotland, in northern Scotland.
My one sister actually works in Scotland.
Sorry?
My one sister, she actually works in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
And my other sister works in the London area.
your family's pretty international.
Oh yeah, I got people in Zimbabwe and all over the world, California.
Did you ever go back to Zimbabwe?
I haven't been back there since about 1980.
Really?
Yeah, I left there in '78 when it started becoming Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the history too well, but
Things are changing,
yeah.
unfortunately.
They're on the US dollar now, aren't they? The currency collapsed a decade ago, didn't
What's
it?
in Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
No, they're in the Zimbabwe dollar.
Oh, they have the Zimbabwe dollar?
Yeah, they have the Zimbabwe dollar. They're actually not worth anything, you know. They make a $5 billion note, which is worth pennies, you know.
So, but do they still use that currency, or because of that, do they use like a different currency as their like staple currency?
They got their own currency, you know.
Okay.
Currency of Zimbabwe. They call it the Zimbabwe dollar.
Yeah.
It's really not worth it.
Ah, okay.
Not even worth the paper it's written on. They think that if they print money, it's worth something.
Yeah, but you just print more money than the too much supply, not enough. Yeah.
Things are hard to come by, and
Hyperinflation.
a lot of looting and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll let you get on with your little video there, brother. You be safe out there.
I will. Thank you. Have I seen Supersize Me? Yes, I have. I keep fairly active. Everything I eat, I burn off. I'm not too concerned about getting out of shape or overweight from eating fast food. In fact, I still lose weight when I'm traveling, even though I eat bad food. Set up your tent. I just took it down. No, I didn't get any hash browns. It was a 2-for-4 breakfast sandwich deal. Show food before you eat it. I'll show you the second sandwich. But I kind of held it up. Yeah, almost everyone has a negative outlook on hitchhiking. Part of this purpose of the stream is to give it a bit of a brighter light. It's not that bad. Just have some rules, follow them. Trust your gut. Ah, coffee. I love coffee. Oh yeah, sorry, I think I missed this. And Makawaka subscribed. You give me all the bits, and then you subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Makawaka. I'm gonna take every opportunity to say your name as often as possible because Makawaka is really fun to say. Really should set up your tent. I just took it down. Tell him about the plane? No. If I actually sit with someone and eat, I'm gonna be here forever. Once I get talking, it's hard to stop. Syrup. You add syrup to a McGriddle, it's already syrupy. Yeah, we're in Laramie right now. We got here last night, but we're heading east, probably into Arkansas today. Fubalord. Thanks for the bits. Where'd you end up last night? You left with 2 guys on a long drive. Yeah, they dropped me off in like the outskirts of town and I set up my tent and camped. Thought all Canadians had an emergency syrup stash. I don't tell you guys about that because I'm scared you'll take it. I'm scared the stream snipers will come and take my syrup. Looks tasty. It's good. It's not good for you, but it keeps me satiated. It's got eggs, it's got bacon, so that's your protein and some fat. It does the trick. You guys wanted to see. There you go. McGriddle. The greasiest breakfast sandwich. It would only be more greasy if this was a sausage and egg McGriddle. 'Cause the sausage is just more greasiness. But still greasy. Got to plug in everything. That is an egg. I know it looks a little strange. It's like a scrambled egg in a square. Do you pay rent up front when you leave home? How do you manage to have something to return to? No, I don't have like any place that I'm renting out. Like quite often when I leave everything behind. If I get home, I have enough of a like family support that I can stay somewhere temporarily, like quite temporarily, until I find another place. So I have enough support from my family and friends that I can have a place for a couple weeks at least. How often can you be in the USA in a year being Canadian? Can you come back later? I think I get 180 days in a year. So wondering where do you charge your power banks? Well, right here, but this won't charge them very much. Like a big 20,000 mAh battery, it's a large battery, and it takes like a full 8 to 12 hours to charge, and we'll get like maybe an hour here. But every bit helps. 90 days according to Wikipedia? Okay. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get closer to it. Where do I go after I'm done with the US? If the stream's still going good, I'm still enjoying it, you guys are still enjoying it and watching, I don't see why we have to end at Hitchhiking America. We can transition to Hitchhiking Europe. Hitchhiking anywhere that has a decent cellular network. Japan. Southeastern Australia, but once you go inland anywhere, no chance. Or outside of that eastern seaboard, not a chance. Where else? I'd like to do some of Canada, but the cell network is not, the cell network and the price for that data is just not good. Korea. If you go to Australia, meet up with Sebedy. He's a really cool IRL streamer. Yeah, I have no problems with meeting up with different people. Yeah, in Australia you can live stream in cities, and between major cities in the eastern part you can probably hold a live stream, but like I hitchhiked across Australia last fall and I went right through the middle and there's nothing. No way you're gonna have a stream out there. I'd get along with him. I'll have to check out his channel. Mexico, I'd like to at some point, but for Mexico I'd like to be at least conversational in Spanish. I learned from Russia that it can be, you lose a lot when you can't communicate with them that well. With that said, I just said Korea, Japan, like places like that, and they don't speak English that broadly. So maybe I still should. I don't know what the cellular network's like in Mexico. Asia has the best internet. Saying Asia, it's a very broad statement. Asia is the largest continent. There's a lot of places in Asia, and I'm sure some of it has the best internet. Other places are going to have no internet. Mongolia is part of Asia. I'm guessing you're not going to have, you know, really fast LTE network everywhere in Mongolia. Have you ever gotten sick or needed a hospital in another country? If not, how would you handle it if needed to? The most I've gotten sick is like a small stomach bug, and I just took a day off and stayed in my tent all day and recovered. That was in Germany. I've never gotten injured or sick worse than that where I needed to go to a hospital. I have travel insurance, and for anyone that is traveling, I recommend you get travel insurance. No one expects to get sick or injured, but it does happen. So be prepared. So in that case, if I got sick or injured, I'd go to a hospital. I'd get treated. I have insurance specifically for that reason. Taiwan has really solid internet. It's dirt cheap. Yeah, I'd like to see Taiwan. I'd like to go there. It's pretty small. It'd be fun to hitchhike through it though. It wouldn't take very long, would it? Imagine whole Earth covered with high unlimited speed internet so you could stream from Antarctica. That would be so cool. If you could just go anywhere and no matter where you were, if you could see the sky, or not even, like if they were just, you weren't in a concrete building or something like that, you'd have fast internet where you could live stream anywhere. You want to go climb Mount Everest, you could live stream the whole process. Although I think they have cellular network, like they have towers for Mount Everest. So maybe you could live stream climbing Mount Everest. But in general, when you go to climb a mountain, there's no service there. I guess it depends on the mountain, but yeah. Yeah, we made it to Wyoming. Walter. Good to see you again. These that don't know, guy from Colorado, lives in Denver, and we met up and hung out for a day. We are at McDonald's. You look slightly scruffy. I sleep in a tent, so I look scruffy. That's why I sleep outside every night. Yes, Scuba. Thank you for the host. Any people coming over from DS Koopa? This is Hitch Live, and we hitchhike. I know it doesn't look like I'm hitchhiking because I'm eating a McGriddle at McDonald's, but I promise we do hitchhike. We're hitchhiking east out of Wyoming towards Arkansas today, so stay tuned. That's what we'll be up to. YouTube, I love the pictures you post on Instagram. That was a fun outing. Yeah, had a lot of fun. I'll have to come back again. Yet we're in Wyoming now. I wonder what the difference in the menu is from the UK. UK is probably just more expensive. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was in the UK and I just wanted a cheap cup of coffee. And they wanted £2 for a cup of coffee. £2, that's $4 Canadian for a cup of coffee, a small cup of coffee. I think it was the same price for any size, but could be wrong. Were you too cringe to say I didn't really interact with chat that much when I was in the vehicle. When I get picked up by someone, my interaction with the people driving and other passengers takes priority over Twitch chat, unfortunately. These are people I'm meeting in real life, so my focus is going to be on them. If based off of how the interaction is going, they kind of seem like they'd be interested in bringing Twitch chat into it, and I bring it more into that. But on that trip, it was, I don't know, we were probably driving for an hour. I only said a few things about chat. So it wasn't a cringe thing, it's just I'm focusing on the conversation with the people that I'm sitting next to. There's no tea and crumpets. Off to work, guy from Colorado. Have a good day at work. Got Timmy's in Glasgow, now in Scotland. That's wow. Where was I? I was in like a rural area of Ireland, like just driving down was it when I was hitchhiking north out of Galway towards Sligo or something like that? And we were driving and there was a gas station and there was a Tim Hortons in it. And I was like, how? How did this happen? Why is this a thing? It's great, but it surprised me. And then there was a Tim Hortons in the huge mall in Dubai, like right next to the Burj Khalifa. Of course I had to go there. You take pics with everyone who picks you up. I ask if I remember. So I try to with everyone, but I miss some people, and some people say no, which is fine. Is that a diner or a dinner or a fast food you eat? This is fast food. This is your quintessential fast food. This is McDonald's. Come to Scotland? I would love to again. I hitchhiked like right up through Scotland, took the ferry to the Orkney Islands, took the ferry to the Shetland Islands, hitchhiked around the Shetland Islands, then flew to Norway. Scotland was fun. Shetland Islands were cool. No trees. Just use peat. Burn peat. Oh, it didn't mean style scruffy? I'm not sick, no. I might be like slightly tired. Like, I don't know, like if you've gone camping but then you look at yourself after a night camping outside and you don't get a shower and you don't get to shave, you don't get to clean yourself. You just look kind of in general like exhausted, even though you might not feel exhausted. But you love me in this stream. Thank you. Twitcherinary. There we go. Thanks for being normal and not cringy. You can actually have a real conversation with people in person. What a concept. Yeah. Like, I love interacting with you guys watching on Twitch and everything, but once there's an in-person interaction, that has to take priority. Because they're standing right there in front of me, like face to face, looking at each other. That has to take priority. Football, yeah, I think I'm just gonna head straight east and go to Arkansas, and straight east through Arkansas, I think to Omaha. I think that's what I saw on the map, and then head south from there. You can come to Japan, you could hitchhike anywhere unless it's an expressway. I hitchhiked from Fukuoka to Tokyo in 2015. I've hitchhiked in Japan and I had a great time doing it. And you can hitchhike on the expressway and it's really fun and really easy. It's hard to get onto that expressway, but from there you just hop from service station to service station. You try to communicate with your driver that you're trying to get in this direction, and before they get off, can they let you off at a service station like on the side of the highway where you can then find another ride. So I've hitchhiked in Japan and I had a great time doing it. You can always use McD's washroom to do some brief cleaning. Yeah, I try to not shave in like public washrooms because that's kind of just a bit much. But if I need to like, you know, water down my hair, if things are bad smell-wise, you could like. There are scales. Since you're a boy alone, you would probably be the fourth person to get picked up by drivers. You hitchhiked on the. If you're on a service station, you're not on the expressway. You're on a private, like, thing separate from the expressway. But yes, if you're on the expressway, you're going to get picked up by the police, and because of a miscommunication with someone that picked me up, I ended up getting dropped off at the expressway right before a toll exchange right next to a highway patrol office, and yes, I got picked up by the police. And then they drove me to the nearest city, and I spent the better part of a day being detained while they figured out what they want to do with me. So yes, if you screw up, and you get let out in the wrong place, then you're going to have a problem. But if you're just smarter than me and you don't do that, then you won't have a problem. Still, with that said, I still had a great time. And like, that wasn't a negative experience, being picked up by the police and detained and stuff like that. It was just part of the experience. In fact, it was a little bit fun. I was trying to negotiate with them and try to get them to take me to the next service station on the highway, and they're like, no, too far. And then they want to take me to the city. I'm like, come on, let's go to the... Yeah, anyway. Least intimidating police force I've ever been around in my life. Like, I think I have a picture. Like, all the police officers I was dealing with, I was 21 at the time, and they looked younger than me. They were significantly shorter than me, and they had these white, like, bulbous helmets on, but they weren't motorcycle police. And they don't have that, like, alpha personality that you get in the Western police here. Like, they're not in your face, like, being aggressive. That was the only reason why I was trying to negotiate with them about missing some subs. Maka Waka, thanks for the sub. Appreciate the support, my friend. And Maka Waka gifting a sub to Twitchery. Man, no offense, Twitchery, but Maka Waka is so much more fun to say. But thank you, Maka Waka, for the sub and the gifted sub. Appreciate it. My phone's getting hot in here. How many subs do we have? I think we're like 33 or something like that. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Makawaka. And yep, there you go. You got your sub emote. Hitch live. Greenland rules. Welcome back. A viewer from Greenland. I think that's so cool. I've got a regular viewer from Greenland. That's really cool. What's this? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy 2? Pretty much. We're going to Cape Canaveral. I'm making a hitchhiking sign that says space, and we're going to space. Makawaka is the CEO of Snickers. Where did you guys say the Snickers factory was, and that we have to go there? Because we have to go to the Snickers factory. I think we have to. And then maybe we can negotiate a sponsorship with them. Greenland is like the outcast of America. Why is it the outcast of America? Yeah, I think to most people, Greenland is like it's reversed. Greenland, like, people don't know too much about Greenland. Not too many people actually end up going to Greenland. I would love to go.
Don't forget to check for garbage in though.
Okay.
Don't bits or sub on Xbox FML Quinnell? Don't worry about it. It's all good. Donating bits and subscribing is 100% optional. I would do this without any of that. I just enjoy this. Click on to the flashlight factory in Texas. I haven't been to Texas yet. And do you mean flashlight factory? Or do you mean something else? Greenland is a hoax. Charlie Knight, thanks for the subscription. Wow, a few subscriptions in a row. Appreciate the support. Thank you. I had a feeling, Orgic, that there was might have been a typo. Greenland? You mean green skiing? I have to go to Greenland now. I have a feeling the cellular network won't work that well outside of, what's the capital, Nuuk? Oops. There's the corner, if you guys are curious what the corner looked like. Oh, there's the corner again, in case you were still curious what the corner looked like. I think people have said that before. I need to look up who this person is from Catfish. So I'm curious. I've never watched it. Fun for Lewis did a world flight in a Cessna at Greenland. Had some of the most amazing views. I've flown over Greenland, but at like 35,000 feet. I took a shower 35,000 feet above Greenland in Etihad's first class apartments, flying home from Abu Dhabi to New York JFK. But that is not a fair judgment of a place. Can't fly over somewhere and say you've been there. So I gotta go. Now I think the problem is, it's kind of expensive to fly to Greenland, and there's not that many airlines that fly there, and I usually try to use points to get to places. Like that's how I got my fancy flights and stuff like that. Marty Alisvac, thanks for subscribing as well. We're getting all the slubs right now. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you. Because like I have points with Star Alliance, like with Aeroplan, which is part of Star Alliance, so you can book flights on any airline within Star Alliance. And then I can get points with pretty much any airline alliance. But what airlines even fly to Greenland? Oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah. Have you been to Australia? Yeah, last fall I hitchhiked across Australia. I flew into Gold Coast, hitchhiked up through Brisbane, to Rockhampton, and I cut straight, not straight, but west across through like Longreach and stuff. Went to the Stewart Highway, I think it's called, through Alice Springs down to the south coast, and then along the south coast up to Perth. So I did that last fall, and I had a great time doing it.
How do you get all your airline points? Signing up for credit cards that have lucrative sign-up bonuses. Just move my antenna to a window. We're having some connection instabilities. Todd will hook me up to Greenland. Don't know if he knows anyone that. I don't know if I look. Come on. I apologize. We have problems all the time. Today, it's network problems, apparently. Even though we're in a city. And it was working fine up until this point. Iceland Air looks like the only way to get there from YVR. Does that, so Iceland Air. They're really having connection issues. It really shouldn't be that bad here. And it was great until a second ago. Actually, where I was camping, I checked the speed this morning to see how stable of a stream we could have, and I was getting 78 down and 25 up, which is amazing, especially for Wyoming. But now, it's gonna be crap. Yeah, I put it in 480p because I tested the network here and it seemed extremely fast. Fast enough to support 720p, but we'll go back down to 360p. And, because it was extremely fast, and it has been extremely fast. I'm going to restart the stream, don't go anywhere.